You have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middadoll. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stonehenge.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Middadoll's inventions. Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Middadoll back together? She seems really sad.
Aiming high, huh?
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Scare. Don't scare him, बोल रहा है. चलो देखते हैं मिड के साथ क्या इश्यू है.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't see it to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Auldhyl. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Auldhyl. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
They make an oil down at the docks in Auldhyl that's as slippery as the sea nasties they render it from. With that and the bone I told you about, I shall be able to finish the prototype.
चलो देखते हैं किस जानवर से लड़ना होगा. फिर से एक और हंट होगा या फिर?
Has Middadoll mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She seems preoccupied, but then again, when isn't she?
मुझे लगता है एक और हंट होगा ये. पर अगर शेल की बात कर रहे हैं तो एडवेंट टॉयज दिमाग में आता है. पर उसके लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि हंट हो. तो अभी के लिए देखते हैं क्या बोलता है ये कर्सब्रेकर रोनन.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Corova, near Auldhyl, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
जानता था एडमेंटाइस ही दिमाग में आता बार बार। एडमेंटाइस है उसका नाम।
Normally, I wouldn't recommend going anywhere near an adamantus.
Adamantus.
Let alone one that's had a few centuries to let its temper simmer. They're mean bastards, and they only get meaner with age. Why do you think the village of Auldhyl was abandoned?
ये बिज़्ज़ा का है क्या वो? Old Bizza. Defeat a desert Tor in Corova. तो जो भी Adamantus का देखते हैं यहाँ पे ऑर्डल है क्या ये? हाँ, तो पहले ऑर्डल में खरीद लेते हैं दो वो जो भी है खरीदना है या जो भी ढूंढना है, 2 तेल। यहाँ पर ही होगा अभी के लिए, अबैंडन्ड है पर ठीक है। एक 1000 अच्छा डैमेज कर रहा हूँ इसके साथ। आजा, खत्म कर दे। ओके, मैं गलत जगह पे हूँ। छोटे ही ओके, यहाँ पे नहीं है। मुझे लगा था ये इसके पास होगा यहाँ पे कहीं पे, या फिर शायद इन गॉब्लिन्स के पास, पर नहीं, यहाँ पर ही है डॉग्स में। राइट स्टाइल।
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
और वो रहा दूसरा। इसके बाद जाके मुझे कोरोवा में डेजर्ट टॉर को मारना है, एक एडमेंटिस।
This should be enough.
ओह यार, इसका ड्रिफ्ट। कहाँ पे जाना है? इधर ना, ओल्ड बिज़्ज़ा। ये बिज़्ज़ा ही का है मुझे लग रहा है यार, वो इस तरह क्या जो भी बोलना चाहता हो। Oh, we are going to Ibiza.
Here we are again. Corova. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
Old Ibiza में। पूरा।
Straight home now.
अब देखते हैं ये एक हंटे की नॉर्मल वैसा है। मुझे तो लगता है हंटे ही है। Nope.
It looks like we found him.
आजा। एक आजा, मार मार मार। इतना आसानी से नहीं करने दूंगा। आजा, मेरी तरफ माता। मेरे बगल में पता नहीं क्यों मारा इसने। माफ करना, इतना आसानी से नहीं मारने दूंगा मैं। ये बहुत आसानी से हो जाएगा यार। अगर ये कोई हंट या वैसे टाइप का बंदा नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता ये मेरे खिलाफ। वो क्या था? सही में वो क्या था? हमला क्यों नहीं हुआ उसका, इग्निशन का? ये पता नहीं क्यों इस्तेमाल किया मैंने लिमिट ब्रेक का। लिमिट ब्रेक खत्म। ओके आजा। सही में इससे मुझे लगी बाकी सारे हमले में अटैक किया और इसका इतना स्लो मूविंग वाला एयर बॉल उसने मुझे मारा है। जरूरत नहीं, मैं बस मारते ही रहूंगा। ऐसे भी मर गया। ये हुई ना बात, ये करने की कोशिश कर रहा था। अगर वो लग जाता ना इग्निशन तो मर जाता वो। थोड़ा जल्दी करना चाहिए था मुझे। It is believed an adamantite will grow a thin layer to its protective shell once every 2 moons. Considering that many of the creatures live for hundreds of years, it should come as no surprise that the shells of older specimens can be several hands thicker and weigh over 50 stones.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
पहले वो लेता हूँ और फिर जाऊंगा वापस अपने हाइडअवे की तरफ। Three sharp fangs. ज्यादा इस साइड को वो दे रहा है क्या बोलते हैं हाइडवे में, उनमें से एक को एक अपग्रेड का नहीं हो सकता था? सही में यार एक अपग्रेड का मिल जाता है। वो यार अपग्रेड में बुरा नहीं मानता, सही बोलूं तो इसका होता पता नहीं। जो भी हो, फाइनल बॉस से पहले मुझे वो 3 और कलम चाहिए ताकि जो सबसे ताकतवर वाला हथियार है वो मैं बना सकूं। एस क्लास से ही मिलेंगे और कलम मिलेंगे तो।
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
A thick, noisome lubricant made from the rendered fat of sea bees, commonly used by shipwrights on the cranes and winches they employ in shipbuilding.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would they... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog. I already thought. Miserable old bugger. Besides, you can't expect me about this place. It's a mess.
गेम ऑडियो के साथ फिर से प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी हमेशा की तरह। चलो वो जो केयर हमने इस्तेमाल नहीं किया उसका भी इस्तेमाल करेंगे।
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you 3 can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
चलो gear मिल गया हमें.
Back for another part? We've got screws and bolts and nails and knobbles and noodles and
भूल गया क्या क्या. Book of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke up the next morn to discover that a leg-eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs of one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining eggs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. How many chocobos were in the barn? How many chocobos? Morning to discover that a leg-eater had found about 3 of the limbs of one of his antelopes. 13. एक ही एंटेलोप, एक एंटेलोप का सिर्फ एक ही है, तो वो उससे निकालते हैं तो 12. पता नहीं 6 हैं. अगर बाकी सारे वो बाकी सारे अगर चॉकोबोस है तो 6 हैं. पर अगर उनमें से एक भी अगर एंटेलोप हुआ तो फिर पता नहीं यार. 2 हो सकते हैं, 4 हो सकते हैं, बहुत हो सकते हैं. ये मेरे हिसाब से वो जो ऑनलाइन दिखते हैं ना कि इसने ये किया, इसने वो किया, ये तीसरे बंदे का क्या है, जबकि तीसरे बंदे के बारे में कुछ ज़्यादा कुछ बताया नहीं है, उसका मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं. वैसे टाइप के क्वेश्चंस का मीम जो होता है.
Well, did they have it?
An overlooked component of Mid's deconstructed skills. Its purpose remains a mystery to all but Mid.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
लगभग पहुंच गया हूं मैं 47 लेवल का. Midst dangerous dream of flight immortalized in miniature. My dad always said there are two ways of living life: chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
देखे तो कोई नया डायलॉग है. Oh damn.
Enjoy it while you can, Clive.
Cause once that crystal's cracked, I'm going through with my plan. Won't be easy turning my back on a dream I chased for so long. But you know what the best thing about dreams is, Clive? They are never in short supply. We keep talking like I'm the only one ever to have set her sights on the skies, when there might be someone up there already.
Imagine that, eh?
Hey, maybe when his Imperial Fancy Pants gets back, I can ask him to take me up there so I can see for myself.
Till then, though.
I'll be down here with everyone else, dreaming away. Look, इससे कभी बात नहीं की क्या मैंने? Wouldn't you have chosen somewhere a bit more down to earth for your chat with Ultima? Then I could have come with you. Finally made a name for myself instead of sitting on my arse while his Imperial Fancy Pants gets all the glory.
Make a name for yourself.
Without the Enterprise, we wouldn't have saved Jill. Wouldn't have made it to Ash. Wouldn't have escaped from Stonehair with our lives. None of this would have been possible had you not followed your dream and kept your promise to Sid. Now I must keep mine.
You better bloody had to and all.
Or I'll be having his name back. Give it to Gav maybe. Or Jill. Definitely Jill. चलो
Clive.
अब इसके सारे डायलॉग्स सुन लिए हैं, अभी ऊपर एक है और ये मेरा सिर्फ दूसरी बार होगा शायद जब मैं ऊपर जा रहा हूँ। दूसरी या तीसरी बार। Herman, Cursebreaker.
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Bhaag conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bhaag and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Litany of Errors.
The plains of Grace have haunted my dreams since I escaped from the orphanage. I can't say I was looking forward to returning.
कहाँ पे है ये? ये मेरे हिसाब से राइट की तरफ जो मिनी मैप में था वहां पे कहीं है। पहले हमारे लिए लेफ्ट में होगा। हाँ जानता था, जहां पे मैं सोच रहा था ये और किंग होगा। अच्छा वो मैंने ऑनलाइन चेक किया, पता नहीं कितना समय बर्बाद कर रहा था उसे ढूंढने में। अगर सीधे नहीं रखूं ये थंब स्टिक को तो ये लेफ्ट की तरफ मुड़ जा रहा है, बाएं की तरफ अपने आप, ऐसे की तरह। हाँ ये रहा ना रास्ता इधर अंदर जाने का। आकाशिक फ्लड, ईथा फ्लड, आकाशिक फ्लड नहीं।
Back to the stables, girl. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
ओके इसके अंदर जाना होगा। ये क्या है? मेरे हिसाब से इधर की चाबी पहले ढूंढनी होगी, मेरे पास चाबी नहीं है, तो फिर भी मैं कर रहा हूँ। माल में नहीं खोल पाऊंगा मैं.
It's locked. I should look around some more before I start breaking down doors.
Today's exercise will consist of the press yard 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace burn intensity to be gradually increased. Live combat 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
The Kingdom of Bhaag Conservatory writ of incorporation. The Kingdom of Auldhyl hereby incorporates this institution wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystal's curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bearer disposal within its bounds is punishable by death.
Disposed of? Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I have recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjugated them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe. But inquiries with the military confirmed it was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me, my daughters, my wives, all of them, all those children. So many have died at my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so I have decided, tomorrow, I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and enter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication, and beside me my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, all those all those I have wronged. Ooh.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
उसको अभी भी नहीं खोल सकता. उसकी चाबी मेरे हिसाब से बाद में मिलेगी. देखे तो कर्स ट्री कोई था ना, वो वाला. कर्स ट्री नहीं बोला था.
This must be the place.
Poked white tree था, कर्स ट्री नहीं.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Bhaag Conservatory, Registry of Bearer Losses. 846V08E 16D, Hans 10-year-old, lithification. Alfred 9 years old, succumbed to conditioning. Franz 12 years old, lithification. Paulina 10 years old, emaciation. Disciplined for attempted flight, disciplined for attempted flight. Some to conditioning, some to conditioning, lithification, emaciation.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. Where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
वो सब नहीं, ये अभी भी बचा है. सही में हील कर दे. क्या कर रहा हूँ? ओह, पोशन. क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, पता नहीं. ये मुझे हमेशा परेशान करता है ये वाला। जा इसे जल्दी से मार दो। मुझे लगता है इससे हम अबे मैंने डॉज का बटन दबाया था यार। इसे मारने से हमें वो चाबी मिलेगी उसके लिए। वो गाँव से हमला इस पे क्यों नहीं लगा? ना 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 इसका सही में नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं। आजा। ओह शिट। Oh shit. Nice try. Okay. मार दे से। बहुत अच्छा। इतने ज़्यादा मुझे लगते जा रहा है इससे बार बार। एनिमी स्लेइंग लगभग हो गया। ये मिशन खत्म करने के बाद मैं क्या बोलते हैं 47 का हो जाऊंगा, 47 का।
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
चलो ये अभी भी यहाँ पे और कुछ है क्या? ओ ओ वो ग्रेव के पास कुछ दिखा रहा है। ओ संदूक है। मुझे लगा कुछ पढ़ने का होगा यहाँ पे ग्रेव पे। इसको अभी भी नहीं खोल सकते क्या? मुझे लगा था कोई चाबी मिलेगी इसे खोलने के लिए। वरना कोई चाबी ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं मिली मुझे तो। आई पोशन नॉर्मल पोशन नहीं ले सकते थे क्या? इसे खोल ही नहीं सकते। रजिस्ट्री मिल गई। मेन चीज तो वही थी। अरे यार पूरा ऊपर जाना होगा उधर। इतना दूर चलो चलते जाओ। ये आखिर में होगा। मेन मिशन जो है आखिरी मिशन वो करने से पहले ये करूँगा और फिर उससे जो और कलम मिलेंगे उसके साथ मैं बनाऊँगा फाइनल हथियार, एग्जॉटिक हथियार। 3 एस क्लास होंगे शायद। चलो अभी के लिए ये रजिस्ट्री इस बंदे को दे देता हूँ। देख ले कितने लोग मर गए। एक्चुअली नहीं, वो रजिस्ट्री नहीं था जिसमें दिखा था कितने लोग मरे हैं। वो बड़े से बंदे को मारने के बाद रजिस्ट्री मिली थी हमें।
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
Oh, a concise and disturbingly detailed record of bearer orphan deaths at the बैड बैच कंजर्वेटरी। ओके, वही था जो पेड़ के नीचे था। ठीक है।
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body, or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Bhaag. And to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
और अब मैं 47 का हो जाऊंगा और 8000 एबिलिटी पॉइंट्स भी है 3 और लेवल मैक्स लेवल तक करने के लिए। रिड्यूसेस मेमोराइज कूल डाउन बाय 1.2 सेकेंड्स। आइस का है तो मतलब शिवा का है वो।
The realm will hear of Bhaag, and I pray that the tale of my fallen friends will spare future generations the horror we endured. Thank you for helping keep their memory alive.
ओके यहाँ पे ये आखिर में करूँगा, ये भी देखना है मुझे। अभी के लिए मेरे हिसाब से मैं पहले इन दोनों का करता हूँ, फिर यहाँ पे देखता हूँ कौन से हैं, और फिर जोशुआ का करता हूँ वेयर देयर इज अ विल। उसके बाद ये हाइडवे के बाहर जो साइड क्वेस्ट है उनको करूँगा। यहाँ पे पहले देखता हूँ क्या क्या और मिला मुझे अपने पेट्रन से।
How may I help you today, Clive?
If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being one such woman. Great continent क्या है?
You earned this. Best of luck out.
एक मिनट रुकना। Temporarily increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. The island warriors of the Far East are said to claim a piece of the armor of a slain soldier following a battle, wearing it over their own until the next encounter, at which they finally remove it. The warriors believe that the spirit of the fallen foe will now lend them their strength. Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. मेरे हिसाब से बर्जर्कर रहेंगी ज़्यादा अच्छा अभी के लिए। High potion by 25%. Flames of rebirth.
That's it.
मैं अभी के लिए कुछ चेंज करने का मन नहीं कर रहा है, सही बोलूँ तो। देखूँगा एक ना एक तो बदलना ही होगा मुझे। फ्लेम्स ऑफ रीबर्थ उतना ज़्यादा डैमेज नहीं करता जितना मैं चाहता हूँ। अगर हो सके तो मैं गीगा फ्लेयर का कुछ डालूँगा।